Alright, in this video we're going to talk about 5 things I hate and love about my 700 horsepower Eclipse GSX. So let's go ahead and get a cold start in here on the Eclipse. Alright, so got all my Sunday errands completed. So now we can go ahead and talk about the 5 things that I don't like about my 700 horsepower Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX, and the 5 things I love about my 700 horsepower Eclipse GSX. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing, we'll go over the bad stuff. Why not? So number 1, this is for all my bumper exit people, and I know every single one of you guys can probably relate, is the smell of the fumes, if you know what I mean. When you're taking that left-hand turn, your windows are down, and you just get all that smoke right in there. And instead of breathing nitrogen and oxygen, now you're breathing in carbon monoxide and who knows what else, and ethanol and all kinds of stuff that are coming out of that exhaust pipe there. So this particular car has the bumper exit on it now, and godly does it stink up the cabin of the car when you have your windows down. So that's number 1. Number 2. So number 2 is going to definitely be a little bit more relatable for all my Eclipse guys out there. And it's how easily these cars break when they start getting modded. I know all my DSM guys know what I'm talking about. You throw some mods to it and then things just start falling apart, breaking down obviously it's due to the age. These cars are 90s. So to the age, and because there's a lot of weak points when it comes to these cars. There's a lot of parts that you would have to upgrade to be able to rely safely, not safely, but I guess not break anything when running a little bit more power than than the manufacturer allow these cars to. So it's definitely the breaking down when the vehicle is modded, and it's like the feeling, especially in this car, whenever I'm going anywhere, I always have it in the back of my head, like right now. You know, home is just down the street, but still, what if I break down right here, right? Doesn't want to start or something like that, or I'm driving it. You know, anything can happen when the car is modified this much. And I mean, it can happen to anybody, but your likelihood of happening is a little bit higher than usual, of course. So it's definitely going to be just how easily this car breaks down, and just the nerves it gives you when when you're driving this kind of car. Third is going to be this specific car is no AC. I am in Phoenix, Arizona. I don't know if you guys know about this place, but it's about 100 degrees plus pretty much 365 days a year. Right now it's probably, supposedly it was 92, the highest 93, something like that. And it's what is it? I don't even know. It is April 13th. So it's already starting to hit and get a little warm. We got lucky with some clouds, so it's not burning right now, so that's good. So that's the third one, is the AC. I regret not really running AC, but at the same time, I don't drive this car every day, so I'm not too worried about it, and I definitely don't drive it as often in the summer. So we'll live. I have other cars for that. Number 4. This car in particular is way too loud. And it's probably because of that bumper exit I have on there. It is just way too loud, and it rings your ears, and it just doesn't allow for any conversations to happen in the cabin. Looks like we're getting a fellow mate here, but it doesn't allow for any kind of conversations to happen in here because of how loud this car is. And I'll put some clips in there just like that. Now you get it, how loud this car actually is, and your ears ring, it hurts, and you're deaf by the time you're done driving this car. So it's really not worth it as much as a lot of people would think. Some people, I mean, I know the younger me will be like, oh heck yeah, you know, I love the loudness. But somebody like me, I'm getting a little bit older, so it's definitely something that I prefer a little bit just quieter, but at the same time I don't drive it as often anymore. And there's our fellow guy there. And the last one, obviously these Eclipses are a little bit older, so it's definitely going to be all the noise. The rattles, everything rattles in this car. In this one in particular, I'll show you guys. There's extra rattling in this car only because there's back here cut out where obviously your spare tire would go, welded on a sheet metal, and there's a couple of spots where it like broke off or wasn't welded all the way, so it rattles a little bit. That's one. The sunroof rattles. Everything behind the dash rattles. I mean, this car is constantly rattling somewhere and everything. So it's definitely going to be that. And I get it. It comes with being a 90s car. It's old. Something is going to be making noise. It's not going to be 100% perfect. So you just gotta go with it. It's just the way it is, and it's just the way how it's going to be with these older cars. So those are the 5 things. Now let's move on to all the good things about this car. So with with good things, it's definitely going to be just the sounds of this car. I know I said yes, it's very loud, but it also sounds very, very nice, as you saw on the videos. It sounds very nice. I mean, the 4G63, this one has a 6466 precision slapped on it, so just a turbo whistling, like it just doesn't beat it. It just doesn't beat it. It sounds so nice when you're fresh into the car and not already driven hours in it. After driving it in it for hours, you do get a little bit tired, and it's like, okay, the sound is a little bit too much at that point. But for the most part, the sounds on this car are just really amazing, really beautiful. It sounds really, really, really good in my opinion. There's obviously a lot of other cars out there that sound just as good, if not better, but the sounds on this 4G63 are very, very nice. And then the next one, the looks it gets. I mean, it's very nice and simple. It's not very common that you see an Eclipse on the street in general, and on top of that, a GSX. So it's going to get looks. It gets looks all the time, and I just love that about this car because it gets the attention that it deserves. Back then, these were probably frowned upon just a little bit, only because they were viewed a little bit more as race cars. And now the people that have these cars are actually really nicely built, and I would say nice in general. I would say the DSM community is probably one of the healthiest, best car communities out there. There's a lot of big names obviously in this community. You have, you know, the guy with Devin with the Red Demon. You have Miguel DSM in the West Coast. I mean, these guys make the DSM community just so much better and a healthier community to be in. And I own other cars, and I see those communities, and I can see the diversity and how different it is. And definitely this community is a lot better. And I kind of branched off there, but just it looks amazing. It gets all the eyes on the street, and I just love that for this car. And I obviously it feels good when you're in the driver's seat as well. But just the body lines on this car is unique. Like when you see it down the road, oh, that's an Eclipse, not, oh, is that a 3, 4, or 5 series BMW? Nope, that's an Eclipse kind of thing. So it's definitely, the body lines on this car are just my favorite. The hatch, the way it opens, I mean, it screams, everything about this car screams 90s, and it's just beautiful. Third one is going to be the uniqueness of this car. So I kind of touched on that just a little bit with the looks that it gets, but the uniqueness, I mean, everything about this car is unique. Like I said, it's a little bit harder to come by nowadays, and that goes for parts and all of that as well. But just the uniqueness, you don't see these cars often. Like I said, I kind of already touched this one here with the last one, but just the uniqueness of this car is amazing. It sucks to say this, but when I go to car shows in this car now, there's a lot of younger guys that don't know what this is. It's really bad, and it's kind of sad when you really think about it, and it's really giving me unk status now. But I had a couple of younger kids, probably like 17 or 18, like, oh, what is this? What is this? One of them said it was a Camaro, and the other one said, is this a Mustang? I don't know where they saw that on this car, but that's just one of those things where it's like, it's nice when you get somebody who knows, like, ooh, nice Eclipse, man. Well, I would say about 85% people know, but it's starting to get common where it's like, okay, some younger generation don't know exactly what this is now. Not all of them, but some of them. Fourth thing. This one's my favorite one. It's just going to be the rawness of this car. I'm in the car industry myself. When it comes to like sales and stuff like that, but just the rawness of this car. And what I mean by that is just when you're on that driver's seat, you can just feel everything on the road. You can feel everything. And it's so nice. This one's a little bit harder to explain, but it's not like for example, G80 M3, where, yeah, they put a lot of horsepower out, and they're freaking nice cars, don't get me wrong, they're beautiful, amazing cars, but the only thing, when you step on it, pushes you back, obviously, and it's just, the best way I can explain it, it's linear, which is good. Something like this, where you feel every single little thing, and just the rawness of this car, it makes you feel way more connected to the car. And it almost feels, as corny as it sounds, you and the car are one, and you just feel everything the car is feeling. And just the rawness is just amazing. It feels nice, and it's definitely unique when it comes to this car. And last one. This one's a little bit more for me, but the thing I love about this car is that it's in my image. I absolutely love this car. I don't ever plan on selling it or anything like that. This car means a lot to me. This is a dream car for myself, and never in a million years that I ever think I was gonna own a Eclipse GSX. On top of that, one that made this kind of power. So that's one thing I do love about this car, is that it's in my image the way I want it. I like it, and I wouldn't change it for anything else. This car is my pride and joy, along with my Mazdaspeed 6 that I'm currently building, that I've had for a little bit, but that's for another video. But it's just, this car is me. It's a representation of me, and it's just nice when people see my car out on the road and they already know who it is. And that's very much how the car community is. When you see a car that you know you've seen online or you've met before, and you see that car there, oh, that's so and so, oh, that's so and so, because they already connect you with that car, and that's what this car is to me. So I wouldn't change it for anything. I love this car. There's so much good when it comes to this car, but obviously there's downsides too when it comes to owning a car like this. But everyone has their own builds, everyone has their own pace when it comes to building your car. Don't ever compare yourself to other people when you're building cars, or just life in general. You have your own pace, I have my own pace, everybody's pace is different, and just remember, just do you, do what you love as much as you can. But these are the top things that I love and hate about my Eclipse GSX that makes 700 horsepower to the wheels. Thank you guys for watching. I'm trying to get a little bit better when it comes to making these videos. I'm obviously not the best, so any feedback will be appreciated. Any kind of anything, just please, I take criticism very well. Give me all of it that you guys have. If you guys tell me, hey, try this, try that, or do this or do that, I'm open to anything. But really, I'm just doing this to document all of my cars, all of my builds. I wish I would have done this sooner, but it's better now than never, and I encourage that to anybody else out there as well, is try your best to just stay consistent. You know, you don't do it for anything else other than just to show who you are and a representation of you. So I'm not doing this to go viral or anything like that. It's just mainly more so I can look back into my videos in the future, be able to show my future family if I ever have one. But just to look back into, be like, yep, that was me, yep, I built it, yep, I did that, I did that, I did this, and just be able to look at my cars and look back into them. God forbid anything happens to the cars, but you just never know in the future. So thank you guys for watching. I'm not gonna be that corny guy that says like, comment, subscribe, but like, comment, subscribe, so I'm that corny guy. Thank you guys.